Hello everyone, and welcome back to Star Trek Online. Last time on Star Trek Online.
I'm reading residual levels of dilithium, topoline, chemosite, and several components used in the production of Ketracel White. I'm reading more Herc inbound.
It's of great value to the Herc as well, apparently. Battle stations, launch flight, relaunch fighters.
Don't go to warp just yet. We're picking up a distress signal over here. You should take a look.
Are they, they're just encircling the whole planet? Oh, and they're not doing anything. Things are being attacked. Nothing's happening. What?
In light of that, we voted to secede, to truly stand alone. The Dominion stood by while the Herc attacked us.
Yes, Garak, I found your mysterious widget. What is it exactly?
I don't like where this is going, Garak.
Nor I, Captain. You see, I found a similar device on Bejor.
Well, that doesn't mean that Odo...
Enough, Nerys. I can't have you defending me on this.
What?
Garak's right. These devices call the Herc, and we put them there. We needed the Alliance's help immediately. Bejor was never at risk. You have to understand that. But there's more to this than a staged Herc attack.
False flag.
The other founders are hiding things from me. If I challenge them now, I'll have no chance to find out what. So, for now, I have to play the part.
Well, you're doing a great job of that, Odo. Or should I say, founder?
Right, gotta get to somewhere quiet, don't we?
Odo's found something intriguing in the Masan system. Something the Founders want no one to know about, even one of their own. That certainly piques my curiosity. I'll meet you in the Masan system. Odo wants to travel incognito this time. I trust you'll be able to deliver him and that surly Jem'Hadar bodyguard of his to the Masan system intact.
Hold on, are they traveling?
One more thing. I've taken the liberty of informing Captain Kira, and she'll be joining us as well. After the Karema incident, she's taken a personal interest in high-level Dominion activity, particularly where Ambassador Odo is involved.
This isn't exactly Dominion activity if it's incognito to the other founders, but I do understand outside of that. Hold on, deliver them to the Masan system? Are they traveling with us and not on their own ship? We'll see.
Be seeing you.
Doomed to repeat? Go to the Masan system. Right, helm, take us to the Bajoran wormhole. Ooh, looks like we might have...
I only recently learned of the station here. It's very old and very well concealed, even from Vorta and Jem'Hadar. From what I can tell, the Founders studied alien life here, including the Herc. We may be able to recover useful tactical data on them from the station's computers.
Didn't hear any of that. Were you expecting those Dominion ships out? Ooh, there's Dominion ships. There are indeed. So they were traveling with us. They're currently aboard this ship. And we've come in contact with them. They don't know that Odo's aboard yet.
No, and that concerns me. This is supposed to be an abandoned facility. Take us into comms range and open a hailing frequency. Let me do the talking. I should be able to make any Vorta or Jem'Hadar fall into line if things get difficult.
But could you do the same if there's a founder?
So far so good. They're not targeting us.
That's good. We are allied with them and they don't know that we know anything, if we know anything. Nice and slow, Helm.
Entering the Dominion systems without authorization has become a bad habit of yours, one I have grown weary of. You've shown a singular talent for annihilating the Herc. I suggest you return to that before my patience with your insolence expires.
Odo, you want to chip in yet?
There's no need for this posturing, Founder. We're here on official business under my authority.
But does his authority... Do the founders, do they have ranks? I don't think they do. They're all equals, because they're all just superior to all the solids.
Odo, it seems to be a day for defiance and bad habits. You do not have the authority to grant access to this system. It is restricted to all but those of the highest level, a level you do not possess. Now then, I suggest you leave immediately.
Should I really be this firm? I'm going to follow Odo's lead here.
Fire to disable.
Hold on,
Odo
what?
must not be harmed.
What? No, hold on, this escalated quickly. Okay then, I guess we're shooting. They did fire first, and we just sent a quantum duplicate to ram them. Okay, launch fighters, I guess.
Dominion forces, this is Councilor Garak aboard the Tane. Cease hostilities. Consider that your first and only warning.
We must protect the Founder! All ships, disengage!
Not a moment too soon. Hold on, we kind of attacked. We kind of...
You certainly know how to make my days more interesting. An ancient Dominion research facility, guarded by the leader of the Founders. A cloaked fleet pales in comparison, but it's the best I can add to the mix.
We kind of engaged before we knew they were there, unless we did know they were there, and they just didn't indicate that in the narrative. Thank you for the timely arrival, Councilor.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world. The fact that the Founder was willing to fire on one of her own speaks volumes on this station's worth. I look forward to discovering its secrets.
That, on top of the fact that she was firing on a vessel of the Alliance, and that would have almost certainly destroyed the Alliance, would have left the Dominion to the mercies of the Herc. It's insane. We should probably expect reinforcements, to be honest.
Since when does the Founder stand guard duty, Odo?
She doesn't. Let's find out what she's hiding.
Quickly, please.
We don't have a lot of time. We may have
Indeed.
held off the Founder for now, but she'll be back, and she'll bring friends.
Almost
Let's
certainly.
get down there and find what we came here for, before every Jem'Hadar in the Quadrant shows up.
Oh, well, the ones that aren't held up with the Herc.
I couldn't agree more, Captain. Why don't you and the Ambassador join the away team while I remain on guard with my fleet?
You're staying up here?
On any other day, I'd be the first to beam down. However, after the Karema incident, I believe both the Captain and the Ambassador need to discover the truth of this station together. Call it a trust-building exercise.
I suppose it is true that we do need one of the commanders of this mission to remain in orbit to coordinate the ships if something happens. And, this is logical, very logical. Helm, get us out of this frame lag, please. Not the best...
Captain Kira makes a good point. Let's get this over with before it gets even more complicated than it already is.
It isn't the best lighting. Like, it's something, but I'm not overly fond of the red. Oh, it's a day for long loading screens.
Looks like the station's running on auxiliary power. We've got life support, basic lighting, not much else. If we're gonna get anything useful out of this relic, we'll need to get the main power back online.
Sounds like a plan, and there seems to be some lighting errors with Veryl's outfit, but otherwise we're good.
Stay vigilant. We have no idea what to expect here.
I am kind of concerned about a Jem'Hadar who's currently disobeying the orders of a Founder, while obeying the orders of a Founder. They are kind of single-minded. Is this the one... No, this is supposed to be the one that Odo, came onto the station in a cargo container, so Odo had time to bond with them. Okay, so it's probably fine. Right. Of course, me as this character wouldn't know that. I'm waiting for enemies to pop out. Very dramatic music. For nothing. Right, we should be able to do things from this console.
Well done. Main power is back online. We'll be able to access other systems, including the data core. Let's find an access console and see what's in there. Hopefully the data files aren't corrupted beyond repair.
We can hope. Hold on, everyone was behind him. Who was Odo speaking to? Anyway. Accessing the data core. So, if I were planning this mission, I would say, get in there, download the data core, get the hell out of here, and behind Alliance lines before we can cause a diplomatic incident. More than we already have. I don't remember exactly how this mission goes, but it doesn't go like that. Locked. Unlocked. Clear. Let's download this data core. Nice little desk.
This terminal is in poor shape. None of the files are accessible. Considering their age, I'm not terribly surprised. The Founders wouldn't keep a place like this hidden to protect dust and broken files. Let's check all the data terminals and consoles in the area. That one over there looks reasonably intact.
So we're going to go through every single terminal, hoping that one of them has something. I like it. Let's do this.
Research Report 4121.63, Dominion Reckoning. My fellow Founders, the Mesan Research Station is fully operational. As we continue to add worlds to our sphere of influence, our studies of xenobiology become more important. We must know all we can of both friend and foe. We need every advantage we can find if we are to achieve true dominion.
I think this would be better suited with less music.
Our Premier project is underway.
Premier.
You'll recall the recently discovered race of tree dwellers, hunted as we once were. Genetic engineering of these solids has produced considerable results. Their intelligence has increased by a factor of 3 so far. We predict this species will be the first of many loyal servitors and vassals.
And the Vorta are born.
She's talking about the Vorta.
I know.
The date she gave was nearly 2,000 years ago, not long after the Dominion was founded. This facility's older than we thought. Much older.
So that would have been what? The year 409? 410? 411? What is happening in 411? 400 years after Jesus. I don't know much about history. When were the Romans around? When was cannons invented? Because that was like a big thing. That would have been like around what? The 1200s? So this is like knights and Vikings, stuff like that, right? And number 2.
Research Report 4653.15, Dominion Reckoning.
Obviously.
Our scouts have discovered an interesting species of solids at the edge of the Dominion. They are a species of sentient insectoids that live primarily underground. We may not have detected them were it not for a thorough geological scan.
Could be a coincidence. But there are some sus things going on.
Initial studies have revealed that these solids are based on germanium. I've attached bioscan data we collected on them for your review. I've dispatched a research unit to study these borrowers further. They may be just what we need for the military initiative.
A precursor to the Jem'Hadar, but the Jem'Hadar are not insectoids. They must have failed.
Burrowing sentient insectoids. Germanium-based.
Must?
She must be talking about the
She
Herc.
must?
Judging by the date, the Founders made first contact with the Herc nearly 2,000 years ago.
They seem to indicate they were pretty chill, to be honest. What happened? The pieces begin to fall in place. Turning right? No. Am I turning right? Hold on. There's a door here. Gather round for story time, everyone.
Research report, Dominion date
Oh, this is much later.
7021.27. More data has arrived on the cadre species 484 designation, Burrows. Their world's unusual orbital path has taken it out of the habitable zone. As a result, the Burrows have retreated underground and entered a state of hibernation. While dormant, a smaller cervital race tends to the Burrows. They also maintain their shared habitat and technology. I've instructed the field team to take advantage of their dormancy period, and they are now conducting aggressive studies of these intriguing solids.
The Transuli.
My team initiated first contact protocols with the borrowers prior to their mass dormancy.
First contact?
They found them to be friendly and intelligent, if not willful. We've identified a common element in their food supply. Manipulation of this element may prove useful in subjugating them.
Oh, the Dominion. Not exactly matching up with what we know about the Herc.
Unbelievable. It sounds like the Founders made first contact with the Herc in order to find a way to conquer them. It's like Quark says, the bigger the smile, the sharper the knife.
Let's keep searching. Where did I first hear that saying? It is some conference relating to the to Romulan Imperials, right before Sela tried to invade Vulcan again.
Research report 7903.01, Dominion Reckoning. Cadre species 468, designation Jem'Hadar, is a massive success. They will be the strong arm of our Dominion, guided by our cunning, brilliant Vorta. The toil of these vassals will allow us to spend more time in the link with those we hold most dear.
Oh, in many cases, I guess it's wise that we don't do genetic manipulation, so that we don't create servitor species.
The birth of the Jem'Hadar, as seen through a Founder's eyes. Interesting. No mention of the Herc, however. Their designation number was lower than ours. They were our predecessors. Perhaps something went wrong? Something that led the Founders to reject and abandon them for a different species. Us.
Something that led to the Herc becoming very, very aggressive. I suppose there's no need to have the weapon ready. There's no one here. Well, there could be defense systems, who knows?
Research report Dominion date 8183.67.
Much later.
The Burrowers have emerged once again,
That's
and
a
in
long
a hostile
time.
state. They have taken to the stars, moving from sector to sector, attacking anyone that crosses their path. Their goal is not one of conquest, but of consumption. They leave nothing but dead worlds in their wake.
That sounds more familiar.
Though we do not understand their newfound savagery, we have found a use for it. When the Burrowers set their sights on a world, we offer the inhabitants a choice. Those that submit to our Dominion rule are defended by the Jem'Hadar. Those that don't serve as an object lesson to others.
So much for the Alliance. Whatever's happened, this weapon that is theirs has gotten out of their control, and we're defending them from something of their creating. Of their creating? Of their creation. Something they created.
So, the Founders have been using the Herc to manipulate others for some time now. Bend the knee to the Dominion, or we'll stand back and let them ravage your world. Only now something's different. Something's changed. They can't keep the Herc in line with the Jem'Hadar anymore. And we're all paying the price.
Indeed. Can hardly seal the wormhole, condemn the Dominion to their fate.
Research Report 8532.38. Our scouts have returned from a wormhole expedition. The solid races on the other side are primitive and unremarkable, save for one. They are called Klingons, and show a singular talent for violence, one that rivals our own Jem'Hadar. Left unchecked, these savage creatures could become dangerous enemies.
I was unaware that the Dominion was aware of the existence of the wormhole prior to the entrance of the Alpha Quadrant species.
While the Klingons are too willful to subjugate, their genetic material could produce viable cohorts to the Jem'Hadar, or their replacements. We have begun development of a new cadre species, designation Thakiri, using demons from Klingon folklore for inspiration. As with Jem'Hadar, we have bound them to our service with the White. We will test them in combat on the Klingons themselves. Research Report Supplemental Entry 8671.71, Dominion Reckoning. Somehow the Vakari have broken the hold of the White and turned on their rightful masters. Most of our research team were killed. Intelligence reports suggest a union between the Vakari and a Klingon warlord known as Mullah. Perhaps this will lead to a state of mutually assured destruction on Qo'nos. One can only hope.
Fortunately, Kalis triumphed. Are we to take Klingon folklore as literally then?
So it would seem. Only they lost control of them,
like the
despite the use of Ketracel White. Based on what we know about Thakiri, it seems the price they paid for their freedom was insanity. They became the monsters they were based on.
Poor Klingons. Although it forged them into quite the warriors. Just... Can I... Okay, I'm gonna access it from the side.
Research Report 9076.23.
A little later.
Final entry. I am weary. Soon I'll return to the Great Link, and I will be glad to be rid of this place. The borrowers have emerged again. We can barely control them this time. The Jem'Hadar were able to divert their onslaught at great cost. Rather than counterattack, they went through the wormhole to seek easier prey. Our agents in the other quadrants report that the burrow assault was a sweeping one, going as far as Qo'nos. Hopefully they'll devour every atom of that wretched planet. The burrowers will eventually return to dormancy. Strangely, it appears that some of their forces intend on remaining in the other quadrants. It seems they have a long-term goal. Galactic devastation.
Are the Founders responsible for every part of Klingon folklore? Also, we now have a theory. If the Vakiri abandoned the White and became mad because of it, it's safe to say the Herc likely did the same. It's why they seem like mindless animals, but still have the ability to pilot starships and military tactics and all that.
Yes, they knew the Herc problem was getting worse even then. Instead of preparing or seeking allies, they expanded the Dominion. And when the Herc re-emerged, they tried to deal with it on their own, and failed. Their arrogance may lead to the end of the Dominion. We need to get this data to the Alliance, all of it, even the damaged and corrupted files. There has to be information we can use in here.
Agreed. And considering we're running out of time, perhaps let's get out of here now.
I'm picking up something on my tricorder. There was a massive power spike on a lower deck, and now I'm reading a large number of systems cycling up. Something's happening down there.
Agreed. Take your team and Captain Kira down to investigate. I'll remain here and pull as much of the data as possible. We won't get another chance at this.
We might be gone long. Don't wait for us. Get this data to the Alliance. If you have to sacrifice us from being trapped, so be it. Random power spikes and systems cycling up, eh? Very suspicious. I haven't stocked up on hypersprays and shield batteries. Why is the door locked? Well, that's the only way we can...
We must be close to the core. Hope we don't have to leave in a hurry. There's no way our ships can lock onto us down here with transporters. Tell me about it. Let's stay focused on the mission. Now that we're closer to the signal, I'm getting better readings on my tricorder. I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure everything that came online down here has some sort of medical purpose.
I mean, Tanao, you want to get in on this? Is there something else on your mind? Why am I saying that? Does she seem distracted? I can't tell from the sort of lack of facial expression.
I'm still uncertain about Odo. I need to be sure he's still not a part of all this.
I mean, I don't think he could have been. He had already been sent through the wormhole. He was sitting there with no knowledge of anything the whole time. And the Founders fired on him when we came here.
The Odo I knew wouldn't have risked Bajor like that. This Odo seems arrogant and reckless, even dangerous.
Perhaps some of those qualities from the other Founders bled into him. I see red. I wonder what that means. Oh. How very dramatic. Find the life signs? Examine the stasis pods. Okay. Scanning.
Well, that answers one question. These are medical stasis pods. Judging by what we heard upstairs, I think the occupants are Fakiri.
Yes, indeed.
It gets worse. I'm picking up life signs ahead. I'll bet some of the stasis pods down here have opened. From what we know about the Fakiri, they probably won't be happy to see us.
I'm going to be honest. At this point, I think we should withdraw, because we're running out of time anyway.
Worf and Martok need to see this.
And we've got scans. We can take it back to them. Those are Ketracel White containers. VATs. What, I'm scanning this? Examine the machinery. Ketracel White.
I'm picking up traces of Ketracel White in these tanks. The Dominion probably manufactured it here to keep the Fakiri in line, and took it with them when they left the facility. So, we have a station full of angry Fakiri with no way to pacify them.
A good time to withdraw, Captain. Did they say that the lift, failed, broke down when we came down here? Or is that what's trapping us down here? Because if there isn't that, then...
We've got company, and they don't look friendly.
We know that we have company. We scanned them. Hi, how are you guys doing? You know, I'm gonna say they're not friendly. Alright, pretty simple enough. Let's just deal with them. Very tall. Very tall. Taller than I expected. Each of them seems to be like, what, 7 foot? Huh?
We're lucky there were only a few of them. I don't want to be around if all of these Fakiri wake up. Let's see if we can find some way to keep the rest of these pods from opening.
Well, you're the boss. Okay, not that way. I mean, they don't have energy weapons, so, how bad can they be? No, hold on, not that way. Ah! Ooh! God, they move kind of freaky. Speak of the devil, I guess. Speaking of having only seen a few of them, here's more. We done? No, we're not. It is kind of ethically questionable to just kill people who are out of their minds. But I suppose, you know what? It is. So, maybe we should... Disruptors don't have a stun setting. I'm gonna, in my headcanon, these disruptors have a stun setting. We've stunned all of those guys. We're gonna come back for them and give them medical attention, okay?
By the prophets.
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna go now. No? Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm gonna be honest, the Herc are kind of more difficult because they have
incoming. We
more
need
of
an
a
exit plan.
Oh,
Fast.
that's a big one. Okay, I have a better plan. Let's get the high ground. Okay, they don't like my plan apparently. Suppose we can always back up into the high ground. Ooh, let's deal with the big one. I can't beam in reinforcements because we said that transporters can't get a lockdown here. Oh, but we've got security, freelance security teams down here anyway. Oh, that was easy. What difficulty am I on? It is advanced, which usually is quite a challenge. I guess the game is being realistic. The Herc, these Fakiri, they have no personal shielding.
Odo to Kira.
No weapons.
We're on our way to assist you.
Thanks. Oh, there's a big one again. An easy big one. Although I'd rather not get hit on the head. Energy weapons, no, that'll probably do some bad stuff for my back. God knows I don't need more bad stuff. Anyway, it looks like we've got everything more or less...
Are you...
Yeah, we've got everything under control, Ambassador. Nothing to worry about.
I'll manage. Let's get out of here while we can.
We're professional. What?
Victory is life.
Cowardice?
So is Rock DeGino, but I don't say it every 5 seconds.
Hold on, who is Cowardice? Why is there a guy called Cowardice? Hello, Cowardice. Nice to meet you. I'm dead. Some assistance, perhaps? In dealing with Cowardice? It looks like a Klingon. Did the Fakiri bring Klingons with them to be addicted to Ketracel White? Like, it's a very tall Klingon, too. Maybe this is what... It's a very difficult Klingon, too. Hold on. Oh, that's Odo. Thing isn't a changeling, right? I'm gonna go over here, out of the range of its very big and damaging attack. Why is Cowardice screaming like a Herc? I don't remember Cowardice being a thing. Sorry we have to do this, Cowardice. You seem like a pretty unique life form, to be honest. Ow! Hold on, are you throwing knives? Okay, that's just uncalled for. And you killed Zakath, damn it! That's the toughest member of this entire team. Where's Tovin? Ooh, blue!
I think we've worn out our welcome. Garak informs me that a number of unidentified vessels...
Thank you, game. Very nice of you.
I think we've worn out our welcome. Garak informs me that a number of unidentified vessels are emerging from hidden bays throughout the station. To make matters worse, the Herc have arrived. They're beginning to assault the station as we speak, and I don't need to tell you how that will end. It's time to leave.
I vote to withdraw, to be honest. We're now facing 2 fleets, and we don't have a fleet, we have a flotilla. There's a difference. There's a big difference. We have what, like 4 Cardassian vessels, 1 Defiant, 1...
Looks like the Herc followed us down here.
Yorktown. Oh, fantastic. 1 Yorktown. We have none of Odo's ships. No, yeah, no, we should probably clear a path and then get the hell out of here. Well, no, we kind of figured out that they want the Ketracel White, so maybe let's, well, there's nothing we could do with that information, to be honest. Oh, stop moving me. I moved me, damn it. I'm gonna go ahead and Let me pick it up. Let me pick it up. I don't even want it. I just don't want it to be cluttering up my visuals.
Keep moving. We're almost there.
Odo.
Odo, look out!
Hold fire.
Hold your fire. I think it's trying to communicate.
Someone get a UT down here.
You might be right. Listen.
Activate the universal translators. See what? Thanks, Wayun. Very nice of you.
Are you insane?
No, he's a prick. Of course, we know he has ulterior motives. You're a real piece of shit, you know that?
I'm relieved to see you well. It's fortunate we arrived when we did. A moment later, and that creature would have attacked the Founder.
Okay, shut up. I'm gonna take my disruptor. I'm gonna shove it up your ass.
Odo wasn't in any danger, Wayun. That Herc was peaceful. It was trying to communicate with us.
It seemed that way, certainly.
That's your opinion. Mine is that a Founder was in danger of being attacked by a member of an aggressive species. My duty was clear, as is my conscience. We're wasting time here, Captain. The station is on the verge of being overrun by the Herc. If you want to communicate with them some more, you're free to do so, but I recommend we leave immediately.
Suppose we have what we need. I've acquired a lot of injuries. Get out of here now. Get this information back to the Alliance before we die with it. Don't like the sound of that. Although there's already a battle. Did you guys bring other forces down here? Oh, Turvan's also got some injuries. Damn it. Oh, they're fighting each other. Right, guys, how about we just stay out of this? Yeah, they can deal with that. You guys can just slipping by. Nothing to see here. Guys? Yeah, they'll manage.
Once we...
Oh! Damn it! There's a dialogue.
Glad you could join us. As you can see, the situation here has become rather combustible. The Herc I recognize, of course, but our other opponents remain a mystery. Some new type of Dominion attack craft, perhaps?
Old, actually. Fekiri, if you recall from Klingon folklore.
Fakiri? The monsters from stories that keep naughty Klingon children in line? I'm intrigued. Be sure to fill me in once we've managed to get out of the skirmish intact.
The short of it is, we have a lot of Cardassian ships. The short of it is, the Founders seem to be responsible for Klingon culture as we know it. So that's interesting. They're not going to be very happy about that, I imagine.
I remember Mr. Worf mentioning the Fakiri once.
Right, how about we clear a path and warp out of here?
Beginning to see why they concerned him.
Defeat the Fakiri fleet? Just warp out of here, guys. Let's get our ships out of combat and get out of here. Launching fighters, targeting enemy ships.
These Fakiri ships are tough range and well exceeded.
Tough indeed. I suppose it's more about their numbers. Nothing of too much concern. That ship looks like a brick. Not that aerodynamics matter in space. God, they're a lot tougher than the swarmers. Do we really have to defeat these things? Why? What's our objective here? What are we protecting? I don't get it. Why? We have no vested interest in keeping this base structurally intact. We have the data we need. We are important. We need to get to the Alliance. Anyway, do what the game tells you. Store. Sator. Okay, I'm really not in a position to actually re-engage, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here. That wasn't a bad... That's a pretty nice screenshot. The lighting's good. It's not bad, anyway. We've done no damage at all. Probably because I wasn't focusing. Right, launch a spread of tri-cobalt torpedoes. Launch fighters. Very rare personal endeavor award. I like it. Eject a warp core, shall we? Very stimulating gameplay, this is. Oh no, it would be stimulating. It's just that we have no reason to actually do this. We can just let them deal with each other and then warp out of here. Like, if they added something, like one of these ships has damaged warp drive, then we have to stay behind until they can repair it. That would be something. No, we're just deciding to kill everything in our path, because why not? I suppose there could be the excuse that we kind of unleashed the Fekiri upon the universe, so we have to make sure these ships don't go off and do something dramatic. But we've already got a bloody Herc crisis, and these ships are old anyway. Can the Herc do their bloody jobs?
Thank you. Reading a massive Herc fleet dropping out of warp.
Now perhaps it's time for us...
Just as the Fekiri are warping.
Okay, so that objective didn't even work out. Keeping them from getting away.
Looks like the Fekiri are pursuing the better part of valor. Can't say I blame them. There's a lot of Herc out there.
We should withdraw, do what we should have done a long time ago.
The Herc seem to be distracted. There's something about the station that's holding their attention. We might be able to take advantage of this.
Yes, we could have warped out ages ago. The Fekiri and the Herc were engaging each other. None of them were engaging us. The Cardassians could have stopped engaging, gotten out of there, and then we could have warped. Anyway.
Are you suggesting we attack? While it's true, we have the advantage, for now.
Oh, really?
I don't think we'll hold it for long once we start blowing them apart. We have what we came for. If the Herc want to gnaw on an asteroid while we make a hasty exit, I believe we should let them enjoy their meal in peace.
I'm going to agree with the Councilor.
Very well, we'll deal with the Herc later. For now, let's get back so we can analyze the research data we found here. Whenever you're ready.
Set course for the wormhole.
You're wasting time. We should leave.
Shut up. Set course for the wormhole and be on guard for any Dominion interception. They don't want us to have this data either. Okay, let's go at Impulse. Okay, let us also display the better part of valor.
The Founders never disappoint, do they? I wish I had chosen to join you on the station, but I'm sure it's for the best that I was available to cover your escape. I'll admit, I was a bit worried when I couldn't reach you on comms. I'm glad to see you're all right. I will help Odo repair the corrupted files as best as I can. Hopefully we can discover our next lead. I'll be in touch once we have more information.
And speaking of which, the information that we have access to now, regardless of the ones you're still decrypting, those will be interesting and should be brought to the attention of the Alliance. Is it too early to say that we can maybe just supply the Herc with some Ketracel White? Anyway. Thank you, Garak. Fekiri Chaos Blaze? Generates a patch of fire at the target's location for 10 seconds. I don't need it. I don't need anything else either. Well, with that, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.